Hello, my friends. Welcome back to yet another interesting activity for the YByte Python curriculum available at www.ybyte.in. This activity is a Connect 4 game, which is basically a fun table game where we have two players playing on a board like this. Both the players drop their coins into, let's say, this board. Both players try to get a connection of four, which means four either horizontally, vertically, this diagonal, or this diagonal. So, four ways to win this by putting four coins in a row. In this version, I'm going to play human versus computer. So, basically, I pick up any column. That's my red coin. Computer has responded with a blue coin. Now, at this point of time, my computer is playing quite, let's say, innocently. Computer is just picking up any of the columns and placing the coin here, which means it's actually quite easy to defeat the computers. Let's just try to do that with a horizontal win. Notice I put one more here. Now, a human player at this point would almost certainly block me because, I'm going to be winning here. But like I said, my computer is just playing to whatever column is available. Hence, I can easily win this game. And I win this because there are four, let's say, horizontal red coins. That was my coin. So it tells me player wins. Let's look at this once again. This time, let's try to lose. Actually, it's a little hard with this, ironically, because, so I'll try not to win this time, but I just want to make the computer win. So let's hopefully, um, okay, so computer is about to win. Hopefully it can win this. But notice it, anybody playing this game would have put it here, would have put a coin here, but computer is just playing the most, let's say any of the available columns right now. Of course, it's a great bonus to try and enhance this project so the computer becomes smart. But right now, the computer is just playing the earliest available column. So let's see, I'll try not to win. In fact, like I said, in this game, it's quite easy to win, much harder to try and lose, which is what I'm trying to do here. Look, computer is still not winning this. I hope it does it this time. Okay, let me not try to win this. Unfortunately, I didn't see carefully. I, in fact, won this game. But you can imagine that if the computer had played it here, the computer would have won, right? For clearly, Connect 4 is a very popular two-player game. Two people sit on opposite sides of this, let's say, game board, drop their coins like the way we were doing, and both of them try to win by creating, let's say, four in a row, horizontally, vertically, or in diagonals. Now, this is what we are going to build. We will build using Turtle and Python programming a version of Connect 4, which will be a computer versus player. Of course, our computer is quite simple right now. We'll see this. Yeah. Um, Now, as I just showed you, the game proceeds with an empty board at the start. Both players, both participants play their coins. So my coin is red color, computer is blue color. One of the two wins if, let's say, I get four in a row, just like the Connect 4 rules. Very, very interesting code, very, very interesting gameplay. But you might wonder, what are the learning goals from this? Well, in fact, we have very interesting learning goals from this activity. First and foremost, we are going to learn about this thing called two-dimensional lists, which is basically a list of lists. Now, it turns out that this structure, this construct is a very powerful construct because a lot of things that we do, games and otherwise, end up following a structure of this two-dimensional list, which is a list of lists. Getting comfortable with initializing them, working with them is in fact a great programming practice. It also turns out that once we learn about indexing with these lists, this is very, very helpful for us to prepare or let's say practice towards working with matrices. Now, matrices are these mathematical constructs which are extremely important in mathematics as we go forward in, say, linear algebra and so on. Um, Once we learn how to handle, let's say, two-dimensional lists in the way we are doing in Python, the same exact ideas apply to matrices. And I think that visualization, that connection is very powerful. We will also learn about the on-click event in Turtle. So we click on a certain part of the screen and some code gets activated, as we'll see later on. We will set the screen in a certain size, and that's important so that we recognize the columns correctly and we know where we are playing. And of course, to put it all together will require a lot of logic, involving, let's say, indexing on two-dimensional lists. Like I said, that's an important part of the learning goals. We will learn functions to organize our code. In fact, that also makes the code quite modular and makes us think in a right way. Of course, we'll use the for loop, the break statement, global statement, and so on to, let's say, complete this project. So very interesting project, quite intense, a lot of code, but we will, as always, go in a step-by-step systematic manner and try to do it in a way that is sort of, let's say, scalable and, brings out the concepts quite nicely. Just before I wrap this up and get started to the next video, the steps we'll follow will be to set up the screen first. We draw the board, basically the board that you saw. We will write two very important methods to sort of become the base of the game. One is to figure out what is the lowest row in a given column and what are the columns available. Now, the use of these methods again is quite natural when you think about how the game actually plays when you play it in the, let's say, the physical world. We will then develop the player and the computer chances, develop the game loop, and then check for the winner. Now, this, in my opinion, is the most interesting part of the code because here we will start applying the concepts of two-dimensional indexing quite carefully. In fact, I've seen several implementations of Connect 4, on the internet, but I felt that many of them are very, very restrictive. So we have come up with a more general approach, so that the code becomes more, let's say, modular and reusable. Of course, we will see this as we go forward. So this is going to be an interesting journey. As always, a good, nice project, which can be further expanded on. So I hope you'll enjoy this journey. We will start this in a step-by-step manner from the next video onwards. At YByte, we have this unique way of learning Python where we do not just teach you concepts. In fact, we apply concepts into interesting activities so that the concepts come alive and we learn much better. Look at our website www.ybyte.in because we learn Python programming through fun activities, as we are doing here. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye bye.